working. So when we all learn from different leaders over here. And Ms. Ayushi Rawat is our author of the week. So welcome, Ms. Ayushi. It's really been great that you have been here with us today.
Thank you, Prakash sir. I'm extremely humbled to be here. And those were such true words of wisdom by Sanjay sir that we've all got, and we're really grateful for them. Now, to introduce myself, I want you to imagine a girl who's exceptionally ambitious about growing and who always wants to grow each moment in every walk of life, whether it be dealing with social situations or in career. That was the kind of girl I was 7 years back, and that was the start of my journey. I have actually evolved the concept of intelligent living, just like the Sanjay sir said that values are, the elements that track us back on the that give us direction to our lives. Values are the basis of my topic, that is intelligent living, and I have tried to make it as comprehensive as possible. And I have included three philosophies here of values based living. I have tried to enable people determine their own values so that they can get a direction in their lives, and then the skills that need to be built to walk on that path of values. And this also involves thirdly, holistically harnessing of our capabilities, right? We cannot be very, at the peak of our career if we are emotionally unstable. So it not only involves mental skills, but it also involves emotional skills. It also involves spiritual skills. So you know my observations have been throughout the decade or half a decade that the professionalism collectively is deteriorating, right? Our concentration spans are deteriorating. In a world-class magazine, there appeared an article which was titled as that human beings have now narrower concentration spans than goldfish, and that was so shocking to me. This is so distressing to know, right? This is kind of declining our ability to get into the deeper state of our work, to get into the state of flow, which is a must to be creative. So these are the values that I have mentioned in my book. It is titled as 15 Values for Intelligent Living, and this is how it looks. I hope all of you will read it. To summarize my book, I have kind of divided my book into three parts. So first targets mental skills or the cognitive values. Another targets emotional skills or the affective values. And the last segment is targeted in the terms of spiritual skills. So mental skills kind of enable us to make, just like Sanjay sir said, we need to make new neural pathways in order to be come up with new creative ideas, with wild ideas that give us direction towards the solutions that have not been explored till now. So the new neural pathways, the ability to analyze certain concepts, to synthesize what we have already deconstructed in our minds, and to be intellectually more humble in order to keep learning till the end of our lives. And this also involves our abilities to be kind of minimalistic in our thinking in terms of filtering the unnecessary information out and only intaking what is required in our lives. And I have mentioned several scientific tools and techniques to get more creative, to be more analytical, like the 5 why techniques, in which you subsequently question yourself why this is happening. So, yeah. And then there is association technique, which we also have been using since our childhood to be creative. There are techniques like mind mapping that help us to be more creative in our ideas. The emotional or the affective values part get us more knowledge on how to regulate ourselves emotionally, how not to suppress the emotions, but how to identify emotions, accept them, and how to attune ourselves to our emotional states in order to be more energetically efficient. I have also mentioned in my book the value ladder, in which you are able to determine those 4 or 5 most important values that you decide for yourself, that these are the priorities in my life that I'll give value to. Mind you, these are not only moral values. When I say values, these can be artfulness, creativity. So these can be cognitive. This can be awareness, the value of awareness, the value of mindfulness, the value of character shaping, strengthening your own character. And the spiritual part again pertains to how you can make yourself more conscious in your life and how you can make more efficient decisions without being tempted to external desires. And I would like to end this answer by quoting a few lines from my book, which also pertains to finding the purpose of our life. And the lines go like, can my desires and intentions ever be the purpose of my life? Asked my soul to my brain. Brain contemplated and learned. Desires are the shackles, and service to other souls is the food for the soul. What makes us bright eyed? What makes us questing? What is meaningful and everlasting? How shall I find my answers? Perhaps isolation shall lead me to the position.
Oh, wonderful. So
I'd
finally,
like
it's
to
more
end
about yeah, good, wonderful.
I'd like to end up this introduction of mine and my book, and I bring to your service the concept of intelligent living. I hope all of you liked it and you will go and read my book back.
Excellent. Awesome, Ayushi. Wonderful. So that's when the book titled as 15, right? 15 values of intelligent
Values
living.
for intelligence.
So
Yes.
in nutshell, just made it a three values. Just in nutshell, you spoke, was awesome, wonderful. But yes, the last one, and isolation will give us those kind of a clarity and thought process. And I would connect that, in fact, to this. In fact, the more we are at one place at that moment, we'll be able to understand our own selves in becoming more self-aware. Great. Awesome, Ayushi. Wonderfully shared. Thanks very much. And now is a quiz. It's a quiz time. So I believe I understand, Ayushi. For the quiz winner is what you're going to give one book as complimentary, correct?
Sure. I would be grateful.
Good. So let's see who is that quiz winner is going to be, who's going to get this particular book, the 15 values of intelligent thinking, correct? So the quiz is going to be conducted then. Living, 15 values of intelligent living. So let me request Mr. Quiz winner, quiz to conduct the quiz is Mr. Nellai. Yes, Mr. Nellai Nayagam to conduct the small quiz. And he'll be asking the questions to all the members and visitors over here. So stay attentive to the quiz from Mr. Nellai. Nellai, over to you for quick quiz.
Good evening, one and all. Thanks to Bija Training for this opportunity as a quiz leader. And dear Mr. Sanjay sir, really wonderful insight about the unleashing the human potential. I really impressed your point that be the change and communicate the change. Yeah. Yes. And let's see who is the lucky winner of this week quiz. And so fastest fingers first. Let's see who writes the correct answer in the chat box. The question is, and what are the recommended any two key activities of an effective coaching?
Okay, repeat the question again, Elaine. What are the two?
Yeah, what are the recommended any two key activities for an effective coaching?
Okay, good. So that was shared by Mr. Sanjay Jha. So quickly, yes. Which are two activities, correct? For recommended coaching. Okay, caring, giving space for growth. Uma Parameshwar writes, committed and be open and be curious. Okay, we have that. Answers are coming up. Good. Others, two answers have come up. Others? So, Mele, any answer which you have in your mind that was there? No. Being aware is what Vasanthi says. Okay. Yes, Nele. So maybe we need to others quickly. Self-aware is what Prabhakaran says. Yes. Good. Answers are coming out. So yes, Nele. So we can identify, or still we want to wait.
No. I'll just a minute, sir.
That's okay. I believe.
I hope
Vasanti says also accountability is important. Wonderful. Good, good, good. So a leader as a coach, in fact, what Mr. Sanjay Jha was also sharing is a leader actually needs to be like a coach first. And that's when we need to really open up, and then we should be really demonstrating. That's all what is told. And Ugraj says commitment. Yes, wonderful Ugraj's commitment, the high level of commitment a person should be able to demonstrate. Accountability also was spoken about. Him. So Nellai, your role to quickly identify who is the quiz
Yes, sir.
leader so that we can.
Yes, sir. And actually, that the coaching is to help the creating awareness and creating a new habit and growing confidence with the values and joy.
Correct.
And that's and I hope
Self-aware.
most
Then we
probably
have a person called self-aware.
I hope that is almost matching with Miss Uma Parameshwari.
Okay. So you like to give this book to Ms. Uma Parameshwari. That's what you feel?
Yes, sir.
Okay, awesome, awesome. Nillai, great. So Uma Parameshwari becomes a winner for today's quiz. Congratulations, Uma Parameshwari, for receiving this book, The 15 Values of Intelligent Living by Ms. Ayushi Rawat. Awesome, awesome. Let's congratulate Uma Parameshwari for the book. Great, great. Congratulations, Uma. So good. So that means there's an advantage of a panel discussion leader. No? That means he's completely listening.
Yeah, it's like I have taken loads of information and one part like I have given the answer. Actually, there is lots of questions that can be asked. Since the chances for only one question, I think Nellai sir has just asked one question. Actually, there is so much of takeaway from the session. I thoroughly enjoyed the session. Thank you so much for this opportunity, and
thanks, Uma.
I thank
really
Visa
awesome.
Training for this too.
Yes, thank you very much, and thank you very much, Nellai, for conducting a quick quiz and making a note of how it has been spoken and what all taken. Great, Nellai. Thank you very much for the quiz. Nellai, kindly introduce yourself, Nellai.
Yeah, I'm Nellai Agam. I'm working in this senior manager quality in Verlicon Friction System, India Limited.
Great. Thank you, Nellai.
Thank you.
That's good. So visitors and members and all the guests who have there today, now is the time for asking open questions. Now, open questions can be asked on specific to this particular topic, unleashing human potential. And based on this, you can ask questions to our guest of honor, Mr. Sanjay Jha, so where he'll be able to happy to answer to your questions. There are two ways of asking direct questions. One, either you raise your hands and we give you an opportunity to ask a question directly to Mr. Sanjay. Or if you wish to write your questions on the chat box and we take those questions on your behalf and we ask it to the guest of honor. And for the members, you also have any questions to our author of the week, Ms. Ayushi, also feel free. You can ask questions respective to the book, what she has written. So congratulations, Uma, for getting the book of Ms. Ayushi. So Ayushi will be sharing it and Arul will coordinate how the book will be received by you.
Thank you so much.
So members and visitors, now is the time for open questions. Feel free to ask open questions to our guest of honor, Mr. Sanjay. So, Mr. Sanjay, in the meantime, I have a question, Mr. Sanjay. So that's really been great. And maybe one raising hand has come up from Sendil. Okay, Sendil, maybe after my question, Sendil, is that okay? Okay, maybe most of them Sendil and my questions becomes very similar. So let us give an opportunity to Sendil. Go ahead, Sendil. You can ask the question first. Yes, kindly, go ahead. Sendil, I believe you're muted. Kindly unmute yourself.
Yeah, thank you very much, Prakash, and thank you very much, Sanjay sir. It was really awesome. And this is really a very huge topic.
Yes.
Understanding the self-awareness, as you said, it's a pinnacle of human existence. So my simple question is, when cocoons are very successful in understanding its potential to turn into a successful caterpillar, how would a human try to unleash his potential to reach his purpose in his purpose of existence in the planet? Like if you see Abdul Kalam, he wanted to become a pilot, but at the end he became a president. Whereas if you talk about A.R. Rahman, his potential is to become a music director or whatever, and he's focusing and he's aligning to that, congruent of his values, aligning to its music. Whereas if you say Madhavan, his unleashed potential is getting scattered in different direction. So I see that when cocoons are more successful, why is human being struggling to get that unleash?
So let me tell you that caterpillar has, the opportunity only to get converted into or transformed into butterfly.
Yeah, it's a metamorphosis.
Whereas human being can become God. Okay. And let me tell you, when I talked about unleashing human potential or human journey to become, to acknowledge this thing and be aware that I am that. Okay. So it's not about becoming pilot or singer or president of India. It is becoming, it is about, being aware, where are you stuck in the journey?
Yeah.
Okay. And what are the values you cherish the most, and living a life in congruence with those values. Let me tell you, Dr. Abdul Kalam Azad and Idi Amin, okay, both of them were at the helm of the things, okay, at the top of things. But Dr. Abdul Kalam, he lived a very, I would say, very congruent life, very peaceful life. He was always in coherence with his values. Whereas people like Idi Amin and many other today's leaders, they are not living the life of human being. Even that achieving that level of country head is not giving them satisfaction, joy. They are in the core of their heart. They're always burning. Okay, like a dog, I would say. I'm sorry to say this thing. Okay. That is not the evolution. That is not the kind of unleashing potential we are talking about. Okay. We are here talking about unleashing potential to make the world a better place, to realize the actual human potential to become that ultimate God, so to speak. Okay. Who is compassionate, who is all caring, and who is omnipresent, so to speak. So I'm talking about that.
Awesome. Wonderfully shared. In fact, it's more about identifying the inner self. Why am I born? What is the purpose I am born for, and identifying the purpose itself. Awesome. Excellently shared. And then being with the values. And definitely every person has their values and be with them. There are many people who are doing the jobs at a higher level, but that is against their value system.
Missing the values.
Still, they are this.
Lord Krishna's greatness does not lie in holding that Sudarshan Chakra and killing Shishupal in Mahabharata. But his actual leadership quality lies in forgiving Shishupal 99 times. If you know the Mahabharata story, 99 times Shishupal tried to insult him, but he very patiently, he kind of tolerated. But when it reached to the level where he felt that no, Shishupal is probably undermining me, and it is creating, it is kind of demeaning not only me, the society at large. Then he showed what he is, what he was, and who he was. That is actually leadership.
Yes. Rightly said. Wonderful. Excellently shared, Sanjay. Sanjay, one last question I believe Dr. Vasanthi is having. Can we take that, or I understand time is already done, it's almost close to 7:30.
No, please go ahead.
So then one last question that we take. Vasanthi asks on the chat box. Vasanthi, you would like to ask it directly, Dr. Vasanthi? Go ahead. Okay, maybe I believe. Okay, she asked, how do we know the purpose of life or why I live? Okay,
I take the lead from you, Prakash.
Okay.
And you had asked, you had put that question, but I want to know what's the answer for it? How do I know the purpose of life and why I'm on earth, I'm living?
It's a great question.
So let me tell you,
it is a very, very philosophical, theological, whatever you can say, but answer in a short form.
Yeah. So the answer could be many. It all depends upon who you want to become. So
Yeah.
I would say, let me tell you, most of the time we live in a very noisy, high velocity world. Okay, we are not with us. We hardly give time to our own self, the true self, who we are. We know least about one person in the world, that is our own self. Okay, so I would advise that for the discovery of that purpose in our life, we should kind of go in silence mode. Okay, be with our own self, ask our own self, what is the purpose? Why did I come on this earth? You will start getting answer. Nobody, no training program, no book can give you this answer. You ask yourself, and the process of getting into silence mode and asking yourself, who am I, help you to dissociate with this noisy world and reaching you to the core where actual yourself reside. Okay, and you will start getting the answer, who you are. So the answer is but same. Ko aham brahmasmi. I am that Almighty God. And then you
Can
start.
you allow me? Sorry, go ahead.
No, please.
Yes,
Can
Ayushi,
you
you
allow
can.
me to share a few words on it?
Yes.
Yeah. Go ahead, Ayushi. Go ahead.
Yeah. There are 2-3 school of thoughts when it comes to discovering your purpose of life. Some kings in the history have claimed that they have been sent by God to prove that purpose of life or to execute that purpose of life. So that was one thing. But given our situations, to be practical enough, I have myself applied 2-3 techniques. How can we devise our own purpose? We cannot claim to get connected to the God. Maybe a few of us can do, and they can go with whatever their belief system is. But practically, what we can do is we can find a state of flow, like Sanjay sir said, that where we find completely detached from the world and we find ourselves entirely into that one work. That is something we can work upon till the end of our lives, and that will not give us unrest. Jobs sometimes can make us at unrest, that we do not want to do this for the rest of our lives. But that one person where you get lost, when you do not keep track of time, minutes pass by, hours pass by, and you're not completely tracking time, you are completely lost in that work. That can be one purpose of life. Secondly, if you're not able to discover that work also, you can capitalize on your strengths. There are strength finder tests also that are available on internet, and you will be able to find strengths in terms of the qualities. For example, creativity is one quality. Again, just like I said, analytical ability is one quality. Nourishing is one quality, serving is one quality. You can come up with your own career options, you can come up with your own purpose of life based on those qualities. If you feel that you have developed on those qualities and those can be your strengths, you can make that one task the purpose of your life. That was the practical approach to, I think, we people are searching for.
Just I would like to kind of add one thing, and then
Please.
There was a gentleman in Hitler's time named Viktor Frankl in Austria, and he has written a book, Man's Search for Meaning. Our mind is meaning-making machine. Okay, so I would not going to kind of spend any time on that. That itself will take 1 hour otherwise. So just I would recommend you people, please read that book, and then you will realize you yourself will come to know that your purpose should be larger than your day-to-day activity, larger than life. Okay, that is a simple definition.
Excellent.
Thank you.
Awesome,
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Sanjay and Aishi. Thank you so much for the answers.
Thank you.
Yes. Thanks very much, Vasanthi, for asking that question as well. It helps a lot. And thanks, Ayushi. So we come now to an end of the episode. Yeah, thanks very much. We come to an end of the episode now. And we have a quick summary of what maybe summary is all been done. So we will quickly go ahead in terms of introducing the next week's leader. And we have to thank all. So that's when already time is also done. So otherwise, I'll just give an opportunity to Mr. Sendil. Sendil, can you just make a short summary? It will be helping because we already ahead of the time.
Yeah.
What all we had taken the points, let it make it short so that it helps. And then we introduce the next week leader and we come to an end of our episode LC101. So yes, Sendil, quickly a short summary about what we have learned. Quick pointers.
Yeah, thanks a lot. Let me introduce myself. This is Senthil, working in Daimler India Commercial Vehicle and Learning and Development section. Been in this field for almost 14 years. So I would like to take this opportunity as time keeps pressing to give a short message, as Mr. Prakash was mentioning, about today's takeaway. Point number one is every human being is unique and homogeneous potential, has got homogeneous potential. The metaphoring this with the apple story, how the seed in the apple can be counted the same way the number of apple in the seed can't be counted, because it is the power of the seed to make and multiply multiple number of apple trees. So that is how the human being need to bring that existence power. That is the main takeaway from today's session. And second is we spoke many things about the transformation of an Narendra Datta to unleashing his potential through resilience. And third is the metamorphosis stage, that how a caterpillar becomes successful from a cocoon to butterfly. And last but not least is the how we increase the neuro pathway of back of the brain of hippocampus by doing this self-awareness with more congruence to our values, core values, by going through a congruence with our core values, like think, say, and do. All three be in alignment, have a self-alignment. This is the main takeaway of today's session.
Excellent, excellent. Wonderful, Sendil, excellently captured. Thanks very much. And I really like the congruent things of do, say, and think. This all should be congruent. That itself leads us to bringing more awareness within us.
Value,
to be able to do that. Excellent. Thanks very much, Sendil, for sharing it. And now let's come to the end of our episode and thanking all the people. So I request Ms. Dr. Vasanthi Jason to quickly summarize, thank all our leaders today who have joined us, and also share the purpose of community and introduce the next week leader. So before we do so, yes, Vasanthi, go ahead in terms of sharing the word of thanks.
Yes, Prakash. Thank you, first of all, Mr. Ayushi and Mr. Sanjay. Yes, Sanjay, for this wonderful talk. And before me sharing about the next week leader, let me also share again the purpose of the community. And if you find our episode very interesting, you can also invite people to join the community. And for the visitors who are attending first time, Leaders Connect 360 is a hybrid model leadership community where every week on a Wednesday from 6:30 p.m. to 7:15 p.m., we invite a top management leader from a reputed corporate company to share the solutions for our real-time leadership challenges, either on leading self, leading others, or leading your business. As we've seen today, the talk of Mr. Sanjay and Aishi was very interesting, also very thought-provoking. I think we will enjoy the forthcoming sessions also. So now I'm happy to share about our next week leader guest, Mr. Rohan, Chief People Officer, HLE Glasscoat Limited, and you can join us with him on 15th February 2023, Wednesday, 6:30 p.m. to 7:15 p.m. Zoom Live. And you can also kindly join our social media platforms to receive weekly episode registration and the links and the updates on the forthcoming sessions also. And members who wish to be the panel discussion leaders can give your names in the WhatsApp group or kindly interact with Mr. Arul also. And once again, I would like to thank Mr. Sanjay for spending your valuable time, your very insightful thoughts on philosophy, on theology and management, ethics. We touched topics today. And thank you so much, sir.
Great. Thank you very much.
For all the
Sanjay.
members,
So,
for all the
yes.
visitors and members, kindly stay till the end of the episode as we give an opportunity to introduce yourself, which will help us to know you better. And thank you once again, sir.
Thank you. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot, everybody.
Thank you, Dr. Sanjay. It's been really great, and we'll stay connected, sir, on LinkedIn, and we'll be definitely helping you.
You are motivating me to now pursue my PhD. You said, doctor, I'm not yet. Okay. Thank you.
Sir, certain words come to the purpose, sir. We don't know.
We don't know. Okay. Great.
Good, sir.
Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Thanks very much for your time, sir. And we have a final thank you video for all. And then all our members kindly stay back. That will help us to know each other much better and help each other to introduce ourselves. So thank you video, Arul, from your side to all.
I can drop down?
Yes, sir. We can. Yes. Thank you very much, Dr. Sanjay, sir. Thank you. Yes, Arul, go ahead. Okay, great. Thank you all. That's been really great and wonderful. Thanks very much, Vasanti, Uma Parameshwari, Yugender, Nellai for taking up the roles for today. That's been really great and it's really nice to interact with you all. Good. And thanks very much, Ayushi, for coming in today. And it's been really great. Nice knowing about you more today.